Sup peeps, my name's Ian. I sell books on Vinted and eBay. Flip that around today. This is Bundles of Books. Welcome back to the channel, whichever one is you. Great to see you as ever. And it's been a heck of a morning. It really, really has. Those that follow the channel, although I had a wee incident with the car a couple of weeks ago, still not been picked up to be repaired, and then notice from the company that are providing the courtesy car saying they need their car back because my car has been deemed drivable. So I'm trying to sort all of that out so that I can still stay on the road and keep things moving, quite literally. But anyway, that's just a whole other aside. For now, we have a massive 4 eBay orders. 4. It's just plunging. Polish Pete, how you doing? Your comments are completely right. The daily listing thing is a bit of a myth. There is an element within the algorithm that will look and say, right, okay, there's new stuff there, so therefore there's new stuff to tell people who are watching your store about, etc. There's definitely a part of that. If you want to have consistent sales and you're selling stuff, then you need to list new stuff regularly to make sure you've got stock to sell. Beyond that, I know it doesn't do a huge amount, and you're 100% right that it's when stuff is selling, eBay will send more people to you to buy more from you. I know that 100%. My best eBay sales have always come from listings where I've got multiple items, so they're kind of older listings, but when there's sales on them, it becomes a popular item, and therefore more traffic gets driven to it. That's definitely the case. So when sales slow down, that becomes a bit of a snowball effect in itself and slows them down even further. I still cannot fathom why at that point in November everything just crashed to an almost standstill and has never really recovered since. And it's now getting slower and slower and slower. So the slower the sales are coming, the less and less traffic, good quality traffic the eBay store is getting. So there's fewer and fewer sales. So it's one of those things. I'm continuing to clear out a lot of listings from eBay and moving them over to Vinted. And we'll just need to see how that pans out and see where it goes. I'm continuing to list on eBay good stuff that I hope will sell quite quickly to try and get the algorithm kicking again. But there's still very, very little activity. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with it. It's not completely dead, but the pulse is very, 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 very weak. It's on its last legs, that's for sure. And I keep getting tempted to just say, nah, stuff it. Let's just close down eBay completely and do things otherwise. But that would be cutting off my nose to spite my face, to be perfectly honest. The one good thing about eBay is any sales that do come in, the money from them is available very, very quickly. However, when you're talking about £10-15 a day, is it worth the hassle of doing anything? It really means that I need to be spending less than an hour a day on eBay. So that would be listing, picking, packing, posting, doing all of these things for it to be anywhere near profitable. And that's where it's getting kind of tough. Anyway, I'm going to come to the eBay sales second because I've got a lot more going out on Vinted. And it's closest to me, so I can run through it first. Let's have a look. So Vinted is still not replacing what my eBay income used to be. It's still not got there yet, but it is getting closer and closer all the time. Thankfully, thanks to, I should say, things like this £18.92 for a wee 10 book bundle. So a near 20 quid sale for this lot. What have we got? We've got some Murakami, bit of Norwegian wood. Tom Hanks, uncommon type. I've had several copies of this for, it feels like years, and they've never ever sold on eBay. Took them all down, listed one of them up in Vinted, sold within a day, so I'll get another copy of that listed. The Gender Games, Juno Dawson. Upstairs at the Party, Linda Grant. All the Light We Cannot See, Anthony Doerr. The Unexpected Joy of Being Single. Those last 5 books were all ones that I've had boxed up, waiting for somewhere else to sell them. I've not had them listed on eBay. So the last 4 books I've not had listed on eBay because they would potentially sit for months and make me pennies because they're low value books. So I'm really glad that they are selling on Vinted. Mayflies, Andrew Hagen, hardcover. That's the paperback of that I've sold a couple of times on eBay, but it's very, very low value. So the hardcover, it was nice that it got a couple of quid. Americana by, yeah, that author there. I am not going to butcher their name by trying to say it. Another one that was sitting waiting, Margaret Atwood, has proved very popular on Vinted. Again, I've sold the odd Margaret Atwood book on eBay, not often and not for very much money, but they're pretty much flying out on Vinted. And finally, Bella Pollen, Daydream Girl, another one that was just sitting waiting to get listed up on somewhere that it might sell. So that was a nice £18 bundle to get the day started. And then we have a 4-book bundle for £7.40. So all of these keeping me well above the £1 a book. That's kind of the minimum I want to get back on it. But we've got The Store by Jimmy P. I need to put these down here now. 13 Reasons Why, Jay Asher. Another one that I've had several copies on eBay for donkeys, never sold. And I think that's a couple now sold on Vinted. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which again does sell on eBay, but who knows when they sell. So on Vinted it goes an awful lot quicker. And another one that I had sitting, couldn't decide what to do with it, chucked it up in Vinted. Coronation Street, a big epic novel, that's what it calls itself, the epic novel. 4 decades of life in the street. So yeah, that's part of that bundle as well. So that nice bundle of 4. I think I've got one more bundle, which is for £8.17. A bundle of 5. So again, keep me above that £1 a book. We've got Mary Hannah, Her Last Request. How to Disappear, Gillian McAllister. It is McAllister, yes it is. Some good thrillers. Everyone's favourite at the moment, Frida McFadden, The Locked Door. Another still favourite, Then She Was Gone, Lisa Jewell. And a wee Harlan Coben hardcover, I Will Find You. So, again, those 3 sales way outstripped anything that I did on eBay yesterday. And then I've still got a whole big pile of single books as well. Actually, a couple of semi-bundles in amongst it. So let's find them first. We've got, where's it gone? Rory Clement's 3-book thriller paperback bundle. Now, I haven't listed many actual bundles on Vinted. I've just been stucking up the single books. I can't decide whether or not it would be worth it quicker to do that, but I've not done it yet. I'm still swithering. But we've got 3 Rory Clement's thrillers. Munich Wolf, A Prince and a Spy, and Nemesis. And they sold for, I think it was a £5. What was it? Yeah, £5.42 for Rory Clement's. Right, some single books. The Haunting of Hill House, £1.75. The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker. So a bit of fantasy. What did I go for? £1.38. Wilbur Smith, A Sparrow Falls. Yeah, That one there, nice paperback, good condition. I do have dozens and dozens and dozens of Wilbur Smith up on eBay, and they, every now and again, a wee bundle of themselves. But I had a few spare, and I thought, right, I need to add these to my eBay listing. And I thought, no, let's stick it on Vinted and see if that type of book gets much traction. And, you know, I think I put 3 books up. I think I put 3 books up. One of them sold almost straight away for £1.63. So I think I've listed them at like £1.25. Brian Cox and Jeff Forshaw, The Quantum Universe, everything that can happen does happen. That's it there. A nice wee penguin paperback. And it sold for, where is it? £2. So I sold one of these yesterday for £1.25. Stuck it on again, another copy with a slightly higher price. I think I've got another copy yet as well to list. And it sold again very, very quickly. So a couple of quid for that one. Angels of Death. What did Angels of Death sell for? Oh, another one for 2 quid. So Inside the Biker's Global Crime Empire. There we go. That one's a bit different, I think. Again, I've had that for I don't know how long. Nothing was happening with it. Vinted. It sold for 2 quid. Right, a bundle of 2. I didn't really count this as a bundle, although it was bought as a bundle. Tahara Mafi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but them 2 there. Was it Shatter Me and Unravel Me? So the 2 of them, and they sold for £2.75. Oh, just above £1 a book. 2 more, which is, where is it? Irvine Welsh. We sold another Irvine Welsh. Yes. Porno by Irvine Welsh, or Trainspotting 2 as it became when they made it into a movie. And that went for £1.73. And finally on Vinted we have Leviathan Wakes, book 1 of The Expanse. Just read this myself. Cracking book. And that sold for £1.98. Another one that was listed on eBay for far too long, did nothing, and has sold a lot quicker on Vinted. That's what it's called. What's that? Oh, there's another one just sold, which I've actually got multiple copies of, so I can grab one of the ones that I've got here for that one and just get it out today. It's How to Improve Your Handwriting by Rosemary Sassoon. So it's a wee self-help guidebook, but I'll just get that shipped out today anyway. So that's another nice one gone. Right, shall we look at some eBay orders? This won't take long. Oh God, we've just had an eBay sale come in. Oh my God. That does not happen often. It really doesn't. Oh, I might even have that one in the house as well, so I can get that sent off too. But there'll be no great rush for it, because it doesn't need to go until tomorrow. Right, first up for £9.89, we've got a pre-made bundle of 3, Sally Green. So it's Half Lost, Half Wild, and the first book in the trilogy, Half Bad. This was on, was it Netflix? Something and the Devil and the something, whatever it was. Anyway, kind of young adult fantasy, witches and wizards, and was it, did I say £9 something? Yeah, £9.89 for that one. Then we've got another pre-made bundle, £8.99 this time, for 3 Kate Ellis paperbacks. Ta-da! I've got a few different Kate Ellis bundles listed. They were selling all right for a wee while, and then, like everything else, seemed to come to a crashing stop. A single book for £8.50, the new mammoth book of pulp fiction, featuring Dashiell Hammett, Donald E. Westlake, Mickey Spillane, Jim Thompson, and many, 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 many more. So there we go, a nice big chunky paperback there, which leaves one order, and that is 5 Cressida Cressida Cowl, How to Train Your Dragon books, which sold for £13.99. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what have we got? 4 paperbacks and a hardcover in that bundle there. The original and the best, some would say. Then How to Speak Dragonese, How to Ride a Dragon Storm, How to Be a Pirate, Arr, and the card cover, How to Fight a Dragon's Fury. And that's the 5 of them. So, you know, that's it for eBay and Vinted. Vinted, I think that was maybe 50 quid. So that's good. eBay, 10, 20, 30. Less than £40 on eBay. And obviously fees and postage still has to come off of that as well. So like I say, about 20 quid will be how that one wound up. Aye. It has been hard. But I say we're going to keep cracking on, keep doing what we can, try and ride out the dip in eBay until the money starts flowing in from, what you call it, Vinted, which must be getting close. Have I actually got any value in my balance yet? Oh, not quite. But there's a few quid. Yesterday I did actually have £3.38 is what I've actually earned from Vinted. That's money that's been available. And I spent that on the whole wardrobe highlight thing. So I just did this yesterday evening, quite late on yesterday evening actually, and run that for a week and see if that makes any further difference to the volume of sales coming through. I've been averaging £30 something a day since I started doing Vinted. So that's obviously early doors, it was much lower, and it's now getting better and better. I will be looking at the last week where I didn't have the whole highlight thing on to see what the average sales have been, and then I'll be able to compare that to the following week where it is on and see what they've been. I will still be increasing the number of listings I've got in Vinted every day, but it's now at almost the 1,000 mark. So it will go above that, but it's, you know, going from 50 to 300 makes a dramatic difference in sales potential. Going from 1,000 to 1,200 isn't going to be as much of a difference, if that makes sense. So I will still get extra listings on, obviously list what has been sold volume wise, and then as much on top of that as I possibly can in a day. So it will keep creeping up, hopefully by 50 to 100 a day over the piece. So I might have gone up by 500 by the end of the week in, you know, total available listings at that point, but hopefully more of them will be selling, so it'll never actually reach that number, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm kind of curious to what the numbers will be in a week's time on that there, and really keen that some of the funds start becoming available and I can get it banked. Yeah, that's the most important thing at the moment, is that whole cash flow. So we'll just keep working through that piece. Anyway, for now, I've got quite a bit to do today, so I'm going to go and get this lot packed up. Some of these orders dropped off, then drop off some more of them in a little bit later, in a little bit later, a little bit later, or in a little while. You can choose whichever of those statements you prefer, and then get on to some more listing. And I did take down about 30 quite good books from eBay that have been sitting and not selling. I want to get them up on Vinted as a bit of a priority, because they're going to be a higher price, and see if they still sell with a load of books at a slightly higher price, because most of what I've sold so far has been £1, £2, £3 books. The average sales price has been £1.80 per book, which actually isn't bad at all. I'm very happy with that, to be honest. But sticking on, you know, a couple of dozen higher value books, I'm curious as to what that might do, whether or not there is a market for them on Vinted. I'm hoping there is, when you look at other listings from other sellers, people seem to be offering these items. You can't do what you can do on eBay and go in and look at all the solds in any easy way to see if things are actually selling at that kind of book at that kind of price. But find out soon enough. I will know in a few days, that is for sure. But for now, thank you all for joining me today. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want to do with this video. It's really appreciated, just getting the word out a little bit further every single day. We're well over the 2,000 subs now. By that I mean like 2,050 or 2,060. So that's just cracking that still more people are subscribing to the channel. So if you haven't already, please do. Let's keep that number jumping up. All it really does is tell YouTube that maybe it should give more people the opportunity to view this video. So instead of 10,000 people getting it popped up on their browser, maybe it'll be 12,000 or 15,000 or 20,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000. And that'll help push up the views. And yes, of course, that will bring me a wee bit more ad revenue, which would mean I'd be able to do something I've been wanting to do for a long, long time, and that's upgrade this whole YouTube experience. Really keen if I can get a bit more income coming in on that. I can put that towards slightly better technology, a laptop that allows me to edit rather than these all just being kind of raw recordings that I'm posting at the moment. So really looking forward to getting to that point. I mean, even at the rate we're going at the moment, it will happen at some point. But if everybody was to subscribe and share and comment and like, that could give a couple of videos just enough of a bump to get me towards that a little bit quicker. So yeah, cost you nothing, would make a huge difference to me in the channel, and let us take this even further. All right, thanks again. I'm going to go now, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye bye.